What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got some awesome information for you guys, but before we get into that, please make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe if you are someone new, as we drop daily gaming videos and also have live streams daily as well. So hit that notification bell while you're at it. Now, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into it, and we're starting off with a huge non-spoiler information drop on Shin Megami Tensei V. We got some brand new screenshots, official English story, character, system details. There's a lot of cool stuff. I've sifted through some of them. I am going to be reading off what they have to say here, so I do want to talk about this because this game is looking absolutely amazing, and based on one of our most recent polls, you guys are actually anticipating this game quite a bit when it comes to third-party games on the Switch and just games in general. This is one of the most highly anticipated games for the Nintendo Switch in 2021, so of course I wanted to cover it more for you guys. So Atlas has listed this from the story of Shin Megami Tensei V. Godhood awaits, go and claim it. I love that. Godhood awaits, you gotta go take it, seize the day, you know, carpe diem. So anyway, the protagonist is a third-year student living in a peaceful but mundane life in the dorms of Jonin High. It's the period in his life when he needs to start thinking seriously about his future. One day, on his way home from school, the protagonist and his classmates try to pass through the Shiwagawa train station. However, there's been a grisly murder incident there. The path has been blocked off. In the confusion, the protagonist is separated from his friend and approaches a nearby tunnel to find him. The tunnel collapses and he loses consciousness. When he awakens, the protagonist finds himself in the middle of a desert and is attacked by otherworldly creatures called demons. When running away, a mysterious savior suddenly appears. Young man, if you wish to live, take my hand. You guys saw that trailer. It was awesome, by the way. The two reach for each other's hands, and then they unite to become the mighty being, neither human nor demon, Nahobino. After acquiring the power to fight back, the protagonist wanders throughout the barren Tokyo, now called Da'at. Here, the colossal dragons and demonic tyrants run amok, and the countless mythical deities and demons are in a state of constant conflict to fight for their survival. What exactly happened to Tokyo, and what does being a Nabino mean? While searching for the answers, the protagonist finds himself becoming entangled, we got an entanglement here, in the battle between gods and demons to decide the fate of the world. So very nice setup there, a little bit cliche, but still awesome based from what I've seen. And these new screenshots, can we just take, you guys are taking a look at these screenshots. You can't sit here and tell me this game looks like a PS2 game, bro. I'm telling you, I don't know what PS2 you guys have, but it's definitely one of those that weren't sold by Sony. I can tell you that right now when it comes down to it, because this game is looking absolutely amazing. And they've updated things and they've added in, especially with these screenshots, they usually give us, when it comes to screenshots, they'll give us the latest build that they have, whereas like the demos and all that, it'll be older stuff. So by the time that we actually get this game in our hands, it should look sharper, should look cleaner, and I am loving what I'm seeing when it comes down to it. So they go over the protagonist, they go over Iogami, who is the person who saves him out there and lets him become what he is as well. They go over the Nahabino, which is what you transform into as well. I want to read off that real quick because this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, main protagonist design in any SMT game ever made. I absolutely love this here, and look at that hair. That hair is just long and flowing. It looks fantastic. Almost has like a Xenoblade type of design to it with that sword blade that he has, or hand blade I should say. It's really cool. I love the design of the blue and the black with the white trim. It just looks really good. So a mighty being resulting from the fusion between the protagonist and Iogami. He holds the power to fight demons. The protagonist controls the body and Iogami simply guides him with his voice. So it's almost like a fusion dance in all of that. Now they do describe more of the and of course the mysterious world of it and the mythological deities in there and everything, so you guys can check that out. There's some more screenshots you guys are seeing of there, and there's a bunch more information when it comes to the demons and who you'll meet and kind of what's going on there. But man, am I excited here. Now some of these you guys saw in the trailer, they're just detailing, they're showing off more character artwork. Once again, you guys can see that link in the description below, but I do want to get into the systems in the game because this is very important as well. So the unknown frontier, Da'at, where deadly demons attack you on sight, the protagonist searches for the truth and forges his path forward. As the player, you must nurture the power of Nahabino, sometimes burrowing the power of demons and utilizing other mets to continue your journey. Several endings await you. What future will your choices lead to you? So that is really good because that provides, yes, replay value. So you can play this game some more and do different things and get different endings. I love that. Ever since I played Chrono Trigger back in the day and I got my first like separate ending, I've always been addicted to kind of seeing what else happens. What if you do this? What if you do this? What if this happens? So very good to see this here as well. Now they also talk about the battle system. Obviously it's a turn-based RPG. It's the classic turn-based battle system, but they have that Tokyo Mirage Sessions type of font and slickness to it, which I do love Tokyo Mirage Sessions. So it makes sense that they would put it into this one right here. And like I said, yo, this game is looking absolutely amazing. Now you can also of course negotiate and recruit demons. That is a staple of the SMT and Persona franchises, which is always kind of tricky, but for the most part, if you know how to recruit demons in any other game, you'll know how to recruit demons in this one. And if you're new to it, well, good luck, have fun, and figure out how to do it. So that's pretty cool too. Plus you also have the fusion system in this game as well, so you can visit Sophia, the master of the world shadows, and create the strongest demons. So demon fusion is very important in SMT and Persona games, so of course you're going to have to make sure that you do that. And of course there is growth, all new mechanics for leveling up with details to be revealed soon. So they're actually adding in some twists here that we didn't have before, and I just can't get over how good this looks compared to what we've gotten, man. This is easily, to me, one of the best, if not the best looking SMT or Persona game in my humble opinion. So very good there. So of course there's, lastly, you can choose several endings, and it says we have to help her, and then of course they have it in Japanese as well in terms of what to choose. Maybe you can't help her, maybe you can do different things. Very good there. Remember, SMT 5 is coming out November 11th in Japan, November 12th worldwide, so very good there. Very happy to see this game kind of flourishing and people excited to play it. And man, I am excited to get my hands on this one. This is probably my most anticipated game of the year, alongside with Metroid Dread. These two games, I'm just very excited to see them because it's all about the gameplay, baby. It's all about the mission. It's all about what they're doing there. Atlas, they take their time with their games, but when they release something that's big, it's a banger, man. And I can already tell you this is going to be super hyped. So I'm excited. I'm ready to go when it comes down to it. But we still have a few more months, or a number of more months, not even a few, a number of more months before we play it. But what are your thoughts on SMT 5, the system, the demons, the graphics, the new screenshots, how the game is holding up? Let me know what you're most excited for in this game. Comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here. Seems like Bandai Namco somewhat learned their lesson a little bit, but then didn't learn their lesson. Now, with the most recent game, Scarlet Nexus, just coming out, there are a lot of people that are playing the game. There are reviewers that are playing the game. There are people that are trying to play it, and of course, content creators. And guess what happened to a content creator that I actually watch quite a bit, and someone who's been doing some fantastic reviews, one of the biggest game reviewers on the YouTube platform, and that is Skill Up. And he had this to say recently about Scarlet Nexus, which isn't good news. I had to cut out an entire section of my TWIVG video because Bandai Namco copyright claimed the video on the account of using trailer footage. Now 150,000 people won't get to see how good Scarlet Nexus is. Nice. Always a very smart move to copyright protect game trailers. Very big brain. So obviously he's being a little bit sarcastic there. And yes, they do copyright claim their trailers. There are certain trailers from Scarlet Nexus that are copyright claimed. Now, the gameplay, you can use the gameplay and not have any issues, but the music in there, I think there's like a normal or real life band. It's not their own original music, or at least they hired them to do original music for that. But whoever that band is associated with has their music production company, or whatever the case is, copyright claim their voice and their music. So that's going to trigger one type of thing there on the YouTube system. Plus, whoever they use for animation and stuff like that, or the anime cutscenes, that can also trigger some more stuff when it comes down to it, because there is an anime adaptation of this game. So there are multiple issues that are going across here, which SkillUp didn't know beforehand, but I knew about that because there was a copyright claim when I played the demo. Everything was good in the demo until I got to the very ending and to where the music started playing and all of that. And yeah, I got a copyright claim on that. But if you just use the gameplay footage, it's fine. But Bandai Namco has to be smarter about this. I talked about how they're killing their games beforehand with Scarlet Nexus and also with Tales of Arise, and it looks like they didn't heed my warning 100%. Now, they released some stuff that was copyright free when it comes to Scarlet Nexus and when it comes to Tales of Arise, but they didn't do their complete due diligence diligence and making sure that a game like this that needs as much exposure as possible, because guys, this game is not doing incredibly well on Amazon, the physical sales charts or anything like that. It's like 16th here in the US on the PlayStation 5, and then like even lower on the PlayStation 4 or whatever the case is, and it's like not even in like the top 30 with game sales on Amazon on the Xbox platform. And you probably have some people buying digital, and I get that and all that, but even in Japan, the game's not even in the top 50 when it comes down to it. And usually the RPGs that come up, you know, these action RPGs from Bandai Namco usually make it in that top of the line when it comes to PlayStation 4 or when it comes to Xbox. Usually not Xbox in Japan, but PlayStation 4 definitely, and it's not there either. So this game needs all the exposure and help it can get. Copyright claiming or making sure that you don't cross your T's and dot your I's and all that with this type of game is a bad move. Now, I'm not saying it's going to flop or it's going to do really bad, but based on the very low shipments, because there was barely any pre-orders, it was hard to find this game in stores. And on top of that, it's not really getting good traction online either. We don't know where the digital sales are going to be at, but based off of the Xbox marketing deal, I'm guessing not as many PlayStation fans saw this. And guess what? Before the launch of the game, a lot of stuff was getting copyrighted. So you didn't see a lot of PlayStation people talking about it when it comes to like the biggest PlayStation guys because of copyright claims. So this is a problem, and this is Bandai Namco once again killing their own game when it comes down to it. But hey, it's their game. If they want to kill it or if they want to do certain stuff like this and not get more coverage from an excellent reviewer like Skillup who likes the game that can sell copies for you, hey, be my guest, I guess, right? When it comes down to it, all you're doing is hurting yourself, hurting your brand, hurting the game. And Bandai Namco is still one of these developers that are holding out with this silly copyright claim stuff. But hey, you want to kill your new IP before it even gets a chance to get started? Hopefully the anime does better and gets people interested in the game, because right now you're getting people not to cover this. And to be honest, like, these are kind of scaring me from covering it too, because I had Mario Golf and I had Tony Hawk and other stuff that I know 100% isn't going to be copyrighted. So I wanted to cover those, and Neo the World Ends With You and Monster Hunter Stories and other games. But this game is like the odd man out, you know? This game's the odd man out. So I guess I'm going to odd man out and wait on it till I know the coast is clear, or just not at all at some point when it comes to coverage, and I'll just play it on my own. But hey, it is what it is. Bandai Namco, they own the game, but hopefully y'all need to change, man. This is ridiculous at this point. This has been happening for so many years now, and you haven't changed. When most Japanese companies have said, all right, we'll let you guys go. Heck, even Nintendo did it a number of years ago. So it is what it is on there. What do you guys think about this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the last topic here, guys. A brand new mana game is in development for consoles from Square Enix. Hip hip hooray, we did it, boys and girls, we did it. Trials of Mana successfully, along with the Mana Collection, successfully convinced Square Enix that we need a brand new Mana RPG. They need to invest in this, and they need to make sure that they let us know probably 3 years in advance. And you can't see my face right now, but I'm smiling and I'm smirking with a little bit of sarcasm on there, but still, it's better than nothing. So the development still has a way to go, according to Square Enix. I mean, you could have, you know, that was kind of easy to tell on that one. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. So a new Mana series game for console is in development. Producer Masaru Oyamada confirmed during the Mana series 30th anniversary livestream, which went down recently, and they announced an anime and a mobile game. But anyway, quote, "We wanted to announce it by running a cool trailer, but we're only at the start of the 30th anniversary," said the producer. "But we are in fact developing a new title, but please wait a little while longer until the proper announcement." Although we did have the Mana series creator Koichi Ishii take a look at it a little bit ago, we are at the level of development, so please look forward to it. Development still has some way to go. We are developing for console, so I hope you can look forward to it. So I'm guessing when he says we're developing for console, that would be, this is just a wild guess, all right, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, and PC. That's what I would guess. They probably would add a PS4 version in there. I'm guessing the Mana series development wouldn't be like 3 years out. They wouldn't announce it then. So they've already started. So I'm guessing it's going to come out sometime at the end of next year or the year following. So 2023, that's what would be my guess. 2023, maybe a early 2023 release. If we're lucky, maybe a late 2022 release. That's what I'm guessing with this one, because a Mana series game, they're not going to take like 4 or 5 years or something like that. It's not going to be crazy. They wouldn't have talked about it unless they knew that they would be confident in developing a game in like more of a 2.5 to 3 year period. It's not going to be like Final Fantasy VII Remake, that type of development budget put into it and all that. So they're not going to do all that. But I'm interested to see exactly how far they take this one. I'm guessing they're going to build off what they had with Trials of Mana for the PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC, Unreal Engine 4. Just develop a game around that level, maybe a bit better, so nothing too crazy. Maybe you sell it for 60, maybe you sell it for 50, probably sell it for 60, but we're gonna have to wait and see on that. But I'm just happy the Mana series is back. It's back, it's better than ever. We had Trials of Mana that sold over 1.3 million total worldwide, so that's very good, and of course that convinced them to get this done. So I am a happy Mana fan because this is a series that I loved back in the day. It was a very innovative series with its multi-tap, multiplayer gameplay on the Super Nintendo when it comes to an action RPG. So I'm down for more Mana. I'm always down for more Mana. I love the Mana games. So what are your thoughts on all the different topics I've discussed here, guys? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the links in the description. We've got Twitter. Go and give us a follow on there. Stay up to date on all the latest gaming news and information. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next one. Peace.